what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. We're back here at Jaguar Land Rover St. Petersburg, and boy oh boy do I have a special, spectacular SUV for you. It's this vehicle right here. This is a 2025 Range Rover Sport SV, but this isn't your regular Sport SV, if you could even call that regular. This is a Sport SV Edition 2. But before we get into this high performance luxury SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. So Range Rover, when you want that premium level from that iconic British brand known as Land Rover, you go Range Rover. And this Sport SV brings the goods when it comes to performance. But this Edition 2 is bringing it to another level. Now, they're gonna have this kind of like bespoke setup to where they have 4 unique colors on the exterior with also special unique touches for each color on the interior as well. This particular color is new for 2025. It's called Sunrise Copper Metallic, and it's actually a flat metallic copper color. But that's just one of the many things that separates the Edition 2 from the rest of the Range Rover Sports. Now, in this high performance SUV category, there's some heavy hitters. You got the Cadillac Escalade V, you got the Audi RSQ8, and there's many more. But what I want to find out is this the one to buy if you're looking for that extraordinary, stupendous style, luxury, and the performance? Is this Edition 2 the one to get? Let's go ahead, let's dive into ours and find out. Right off the bat, this new color, Sunrise Copper Metallic, really fits the attitude. And this is not a wrap, it is an actual paint job. Now at the front of the business, you see that unique style to the Sport with your multi-LED beam headlights, the daytime running lamps, which are also your turn signals. There's that copper metallic color, nice metallic to it. And then working our way down, here's where we start to see some of the changes. You actually have active shutters on your corner air intake. So there's actually heat exchangers behind this honeycomb grill finish. Those doors are gonna open and close to let more or less air in for those heat exchangers. When you go Edition 2, you're gonna get real deal carbon fiber on that side here. Really like the way it complements the gloss black with the copper. And then on the lower end, you are getting a front splitter. You do have adaptive air ride suspension, and just wait until you see what we have for wheels for you on this vehicle. Now, as we come across the front, you got that prominent Range Rover name across the hood. I do have to zonk it because I wish that it was more than just stick-on letters. This kind of reminds me of the letters that I used to have as a kid that we would stick on the refrigerator, those magnetic letters. I wish that they were actually just pressed into the hood rather than stuck on. Some gloss black, but the Edition 2 gets the carbon fiber. And I like the way they went dry weave carbon fiber rather than the glossy stuff. They even blacked out the Land Rover badge, which is normally that British racing green color. You do have a forward-facing camera, more honeycomb finish in the center, and then on the lower end, you have even more with the carbon fiber. There's that Edition 2 badge, SV Edition 2. Love the way they did that very tastefully without being too gaudy. But everything has been fine-tuned to help with aerodynamics, to help with downforce, and to also help with bringing all the air that's needed for cooling, because underneath that hood, of course, we have a ton of horsepower. But let me know what you think about the front of this compared to an Escalade V or compared to an RSQ8. Now, as we rise up, love the big bold hood. You have, of course, the carbon fiber accents on both sides. I am gonna zonk it though. I wish that these were actual heat exchangers, like they bring out the heat from underneath the hood. I think that would actually just help with the functionality, but I do love the look of the carbon fiber. But heat extractors would be a nice extra touch, because you know you're making a lot of heat underneath that hood with a twin turbo V8. Now, as we come around the bend, here's where it gets super special. carbon fiber wheels on an SUV. I never thought I would see the day, but here we are. Love the nice, beautiful spoke design. Look at how we got a 10-piston Brembo caliper, carbon ceramic brake rotors. If you ate a pizza last night, these rotors are bigger than the pizza that you ate. They're 17.7 inches in diameter. That's crazy for a braking package. And then that sledgehammer-esque looking flat black Brembo calipers and the carbon fiber wheels. Now, if you're wondering, well, Joe, what's the size here? These are 23-inch wheels. Tires are 285 on the width up front, 40 series sidewall, and I'm gonna have Steven zoom back in to show off our adaptive air ride suspension. Really nicely done. Everything has been, of course, special tuned for extra performance. This vehicle has a special ECU that's different from your standard Sport, and it also has a special catback exhaust system and intake to produce even more power. But man, oh man, carbon fiber wheels on an SUV. Wow. Coming down the side, you have more carbon fiber on the side here. Would have been nice if this was an actual fender vent. Love the clean lines of a Range Rover Sport. You do have power folding mirrors, which we do have them folded in because the vehicle's locked right now. 360-degree cameras. Digging how they only blacked out the A-pillar. Everything else, that whole roof, that nice flat sloping roof that comes towards the back, just has a nice Range Rover style design to it. Flush mounted on the door handles, which is really keeping that clean style. And then even the way they did the side rocker panel and the side skirt that comes down, coming towards the rear. Up front we had 285s, out back you got 305s. Because remember, this is rear-wheel drive base, but you do have power going to all four wheels. Carbon ceramic brake rotors, 15 inches in the back. And then as we swing it around back, look at the way I love the way they add this extra fender flare to keep all of that carbon fiber goodness tucked in. And then when you get to the back, it's pretty sexy. No exposed wiper, it's nicely tucked in underneath this long roof spoiler. You got the Range Rover name within the trim, looks great. There's your SV badge. And then dropping it down to ground level, like I said, that quad tip exhaust, carbon fiber surround on the freaking quad tip exhaust, and you could also tow with this thing. But man, is this thing crazy when it comes to the style. And remember, with those carbon fiber wheels, not only do they look good, but that's gonna lighten your rotating mass, give you quicker steering, and it's less unsprung weight at all four corners. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop that full carbon fiber hood and check out the heart of this Sport SV Edition 2. All right guys, we got the hood popped. Look underneath the hood. Like I said, this whole hood is carbon fiber. Then underneath it, we have this beautiful carbon fiber engine cover with our special twin throttle body intake, reprogrammed ECU, and like I said, that catback exhaust. And even look at the bracing, for God's sakes, that they put to tie everything in. But what do we got? We have that 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 pumping out 553 horsepower. It's made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, quarter mile in 11.8 seconds, top speed 180 miles per hour. MPGs 16 in the city, 22 on the highway, and the vehicle weighs 5,500 pounds. And of course, you could tow, believe it or not, over 8,000 pounds with this vehicle. But this really just shows where we're at with these performance SUVs. Escalade V, RSQ8, obviously we could talk about BMW and Mercedes as well, but boy, oh boy, I have to admit that's pretty badass. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire it up and hear what it sounds like. right, guys, we are inside this 2025 bespoke edition, this being a Sport SV Edition 2. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I just came into an inheritance. I didn't even know this relative that passed away, but they left me a chunk of change, and I think I want to spoil myself for my daily commute. How much is this Edition 2? Well, my condolences, first of all. Second of all, congratulations on the inheritance. Third of all, here's the price. MSRP, the way that this one is optioned, $206,000. Quite a bit of money. But let's see what you get compared to the competition. To the door panels. Love the special two-tone. You have that off-white with the dark black leather, and we have Windsor leather in here. Look at the carbon fiber in the center of the door panel. Full electric assist seats, of course, with three-way memory settings, like the dark chrome finish where the door handle is. And then you got a ginormous door pocket. Easily get 5 scones, British scones, and a nice thermos, Star Wars thermos of Earl Grey tea in there. Going from the door panel to the dash, same thing. The leather, the stitching. I'm not a big fan of lighter interiors, but it works in here very well. You have your glove compartment with all the felt lining. Close that up, slide on in. You got a 13.1-inch Pivi Pro infotainment system. It does look like it's just stuck on with some double-sided tape, but it is very intuitive to use. I mean, you got your navigation. You could go into your different modes, which are really nice. Open up that active exhaust. You got your full SV mode. And then, of course, you could bring up all your AC controls, but everything is within the screens. So let me know how you feel about that. Not my favorite, I'll be honest. But what is actually worse than that is the amount of gloss black. Look at all this gloss black. I think most people, though, will have this open because that's where your wireless charging is. Let me throw it into reverse before I forget. The cameras are freaking spectacular. I thought the Cadillac Escalade V's cameras were great. These are hands down. I mean, look at this. Absolutely phenomenal. Put it back in the park, and then we're right back home. But most people, I think, are going to have this door open for your wireless charger, but this is too much gloss black. This is just stupid. This is also bothering me. This shifter is a zonk. This should be carbon fiber. Whatever material this is, it's not even leather. It's just weird. I don't know what they did here. But you got your start-stop button nice and conveniently placed next to the shifter. Too much gloss black. Here's my carbon fiber with our SV Edition 2. Open that up. Storage down in there for your collection of Rolex watches, your USB-C, and we do have 2 cup holders. Here's your SV key fob. I like the way they made it special, just like the badge outside. All the buttons are the same. Close that bad boy up. And then we have the leather. Open this up. We got our cool box. Keep your Twinkies nice and chilled. I know Steven likes a nice chilled Twinkie. And then maybe you could have a soda in there, like Surge. Bring back Surge. They need to bring back Surge and Jolt Cola. Seats. Oh my God. Look at the way they look like race seats. Look at that SV badge that they put here. The perforations, the two-tone, the bolstering. Like I said, full electric assist for the passenger, full electric assist for the driver. You have Alcantara everywhere. Absolutely phenomenal. It's like a freaking teddy bear. Crazy. And then you do get a digital rearview mirror. And we have our power sunshade for our large panoramic sunroof. The problem is the Zonk gets a little on the slow side. Kind of moves as fast as Steven does sometimes. But anyways, why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you behind the two-tone steering wheel in this special SV. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. We do have that Meridian premium sound system, of course. Down below, you got LED illumination with the SV Edition 2 badge. Pedal box, decent. Aluminum brake pedal. But then you got a plastic with some aluminum throttle. So a little bit of aluminum, and then a beefy dead pedal, which is nice. It's covered with the all-weather floor mat, because the zonk would be that dead pedal is carpet, man, which is ridiculous for $206,000. I'm 6 feet tall. This is how they do it when you are an NBA player or a baseball player or something like that. Maybe you're a recording artist. You got this much room in here. You got this much luxury. The Windsor leather is so soft. Steering wheel, the two-tone looks killer. The dark chrome finish. You do have gloss black on the thumb controls here, but if you have your Range Rover cloth, it'll clean that. You got your SV button. This is when you go into your full performance. You just hit that, and then you also have your paddles to go through that 8-speed automatic, which are actually illuminated with ambient lighting. And then that beautiful 12.3-inch digital display. You could put, of course, we have our navigation up. Watch this. When I hit the SV button on the base of the steering wheel, now we're ready to rock and roll. Look at that with your tachometer and everything. Looking fantastic. But why don't we go ahead, let's get into the backseat area, because I want to take you for a spin in this SV. All right, guys, backseat time. Because this is a two-row, you got plenty of room back here. I'm still 6 feet tall, and I feel like I'm sitting in the lap of luxury, which you are in this thing. The seats, look at the carbon fiber. You're not getting that in your Escalade V, I promise you that. I do like the way they got the full AC controls, dual climate, heated seats. The question is, you also get, the question is, are there ventilated seats? Yes, there better be at $206,000. But you got heated and ventilated. Down below, look at that. You got a home power source, and you got 2 USB-Cs and a 12-volt. Sitting back here is fantastic. I'm a little disappointed that it's manual sunshades. Come on. That should be power for $206,000. But man, oh man, sitting here feels great. The leather is phenomenal. Semi-soft. Open that up. You could put your 1-pound bag of Skittles in here. Taste the rainbow while you're looking at the rainbow. Hopefully you don't puke them up when your driver goes on throttle. Your 2 cup holders. And then they did the rear seats looking great, just like the front seats. I just can't believe the carbon fiber. I mean, how much is this one piece if you had to replace it? Not gonna be cheap. But let's go ahead and see if you could fit your stacks of cash and gold bars in the cargo area. Let's get back. All right, guys. This thing definitely has the horsepower to haul some mail, and you have tons of room back here. Love the way that it's just a 2-row, not a 3-row like the Escalade is. But you're looking at, believe it or not, when it comes to cargo capacity, you have 32 cubic feet of space with the seats up, 66 cubic feet of space with the seats down. I like the way they have your nice Twinkie strap in here, so you can lock and load your 10 Twinkies. And then on the right-hand side, of course, you have a nice cargo net for a box of British tea. Underneath there, we got a 12-volt. And then this is where you can flip the switch gear to lower down the seats. But nice usable space. But you know what? I don't want to really experience much with the usable space. What I want to experience is that V8, that twin turbo V8 underneath the hood. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle in this Edition 2 Sport SV. All right, guys, we're leaving Jaguar Land Rover St. Petersburg in this 2025 Range Rover Sport SV Edition 2. Right away, it's incredible what they've done with this SUV. With the rear wheel steer, those carbon fiber wheels, and over 500 horsepower. Where you're really gonna notice the difference with the wheels is when you pick up steam, because of that less rotating mass, and of course, when you're turning. But with the Windsor leather interior, you're literally sitting in the lap of luxury. Great visibility out the front. We're in SV mode, it changes the dash, and if you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Oh man, I tell you, the way that this thing puts you back in the seat is freaking crazy. Fast shifts from that 8-speed automatic transmission. The power getting down to the ground, all 4 wheels. It's almost too good. The thing I love about the Escalade V is just how violent it is. And you're getting more polished performance than you are violent. But man, you could really feel the difference when it comes into things like turning with those carbon fiber wheels, and they look oh so good. You get some nice pops and some bangs from the exhaust, but really just a unique vehicle. This Range Rover Edition 2 version of the Sport SV. It's very, very unique. Sound deadening is really superb. It's just the right amount of noise coming into the cabin. And you'd be surprised with the way the suspension is, even with those 23-inch wheels and performance style tires, it feels really, really good. But let's see how the twisty bits go. On those massive carbon ceramic brake rotors, wow. The way this thing turns, that's where it's going to surprise you if you've been in an Escalade V, is just how well this vehicle turns. I mean, look at this. Holds a line really nicely. And you can feel the less weight of this vehicle compared to a standard Sport SV. But just crazy what they can do with a vehicle that weighs over 5,000 pounds. I mean, she's no lightweight, that's for sure. Sound of that V8 sounds good. Holds the line so nicely. Wow. Unbelievable. The brakes is really another area where you're just like, what? That's how good this thing is gonna stop? And then of course, being able to get to the infotainment system very easily. You got your different modes. You have all of the things that's so easy to get to in here. And you can make your adjustments 1, 2, 3, which I love. I think that's so smart, the way that you can just make it. Look at this, 1, 2, 3. Turn off what you want to turn off, whatever you need. But the sound of that V8 is where it's at. I do prefer the sound out of the Escalade V. It does have the better sound. There is some stuff getting piped in through the Meridian sound system, but I think where you're gonna surprise yourself is how well this thing handles compared to an Escalade V. The Escalade V is a little bit more of a sledgehammer. This is more of like a sharp razor blade. Sort of more in alignment with the Audi RSQ8. But the way that this thing is appointed on the interior, these seats are comfortable, yet they hold you in place nicely. You got a super large rear seat area for your passengers. It's just the materials. The materials are fantastic in here. Transmission shifts very, very smooth, very direct. And you got that all-wheel drive, keeping you planted. Really, really digging the way that they have done this Sport SV Edition 2. But we got to get back to Jaguar Land Rover and wrap this one up. I hope that I was able to really showcase just how special this SUV is. We're going to get back and wrap this one up, so I will see you in a split second. All right, guys, another great day in so many ways. Definitely want to thank Miro and the rest of the team over at Jaguar Land Rover St. Pete. What can I say about this Range Rover Sport SV Edition 2? I mean, incredible what they've done with this vehicle. But is it the one that you would have over an Audi RSQ8 or an Escalade V? Let me know down in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. We'll come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raise Rides family. Gotta give it up to Stephen Flood, working the camera like the champion that he is. He actually is wearing his championship belt that he won at the World Videography Championships in Singapore. So great job, Stephen, for your hard work, dedication, and the belt looks good on you. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.